Are we paying anything off? Are we paying anything off so that we have that extra money
No,
within that
not
next year?
No.
Okay, so
We
there's
gotta
nothing
get
being
the
paid off
29,
next
I
year?
think it is.
Probably.
29 is a big help, that's kind of what we talked about with the streets.
Right?
See if we go next year and we get to that, then it gives us another almost 6 months before we have to make our first payment on that street. It gets us really close to the end of that.
And we make it one more year.
Yes.
Then we're clear.
Yeah, then we're really good.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's
But that
probably
goes by
gonna be 10
fast.
years,
I mean,
so-
it might be a tough year, that 1 year to get, might have to use some
I'd rather
reserves
not talk
potentially to
about
get the
But we
stuff.
have no reserves if we're not
Well, right.
budgeting for extra.
We do.
You know what I mean?
I know, but, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, in here.
Right.
But the city has quite a bit of savings to fall back on for that year if we need to. Rather than raise the levy up 30,000 to
Well,
cover
right,
1
no,
year.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
we can't do that either.
No, but.
I just wanna
15
make
would-
sure that we're doing
I agree.
enough,
What is 15?
because
Oh, that wrong.
last year we didn't
What's
do
that?
any, so.
15,000, what is that? It gets us to what?
No, I
Little
agree, I don't
over
want
4?
my taxes to go up either.
Still under 5.
It's
right?
enough.
Oh, I agree.
5.7.
How much?
5.7%.
Oh, it is 5.7. Oh, okay. 15,000 would be a 5.7.
I think 10 is good.
As long as we can do what we need to do.
I mean,
Well-
with the street stuff, it's really gonna come down to bonding,
Yeah.
so,
And the interest rates will be better, way better next year.
yeah.
That'll help.
I mean, we don't need to have the whole project amount in
Yeah,
the
it
street
will be.
fund,
It will
obviously,
be.
but,
Oh, right, there's no way we could.
right.
There's no way we
But I
could.
figure even at 40 right now, that at least covers, for the time being, to float on what we paid in engineering
Yeah.
this year.
So between now and our next meeting, because we will have to set it, at our September meeting, we'll set the proposed budget. I mean,
And we've never went through this line by line since I started, so I wanted
And I
to do
think we
that.
should.
Yeah, because I can't,
I really
can't
do.
decide all this.
Well, and I mean, it's not your job to do that, Shelby.
It
It's
is.
the council's job. Well, you know what I mean? It's
To
the
remember it
council's
all
job
and-
to,
Put it down,
you
but
know what I mean? It's our job to go through that and make sure, along with you, because we're all a team.
yeah. But
Feeling
that's,
great.
that way, like, if you go through it and pick it apart, if you see something.
what you said,
15,000.
Oh, another thing,
Yeah,
the city
yeah,
guys
yeah.
asked on the rates sheet, this is not part of this budget, but our normal budget,
well, see,
like
it's just
our
preliminary,
our
see what
salary
kind of talk
and fee
you get.
schedule.
Just see what kind of pushback you get.
They would like to see the mower rates at $100 an hour instead of 50, because too many people are like, oh, I'm not gonna mow my lawn if you're gonna.
How many
It's a good idea.
lawns
Put it
do
in
they
the hours
actually
lower
end
when
up
it comes
having to
right
mow?
down to the end of the year.
Well, if they listen to me, it would probably be about 5 or 6, but as it stands, 1,
Expense, you don't anticipate, that's the
Right,
because they
I mean,
don't,
obviously, that's
we're
not a
not-
big amount
we're
of
not-
money, but it still helps.
yeah.
it's not our job, people need to mow themselves and.
I agree with that 100%, but if they're not gonna do it and we have to do it, there should be a significant penalty for us having to do it.
That's what they're saying.
100%,
Because-
I agree with that.
One person this year said, $50, come mow it, that's
Exactly
cheaper than
right.
any of the kids are gonna charge me.
I agree with that. If
And
they
they
have to
don't,
go
they don't
mow,
wanna get in the habit of, well, you mowed so-and-so's, come mow mine, I'll pay you
$100.
$50.
no, I
Yeah.
agree with that. It shouldn't be, okay, I'll give you $50 to mow my yard. It should be a penalty.
Plug
This
it in.
year, they are
$50
learning
isn't
the
a
hard way,
penalty.
that they should not have probably decided to tackle all mowing themselves. But the part-time help is not coming back, so they're like, we don't have time either. We can't be mowing for people that just don't wanna mow.
Right.
Well,
so-
that's another
And
option.
sometimes they need to split
They
up
just don't
and
do it.
each do their own thing rather than having to do everything
But
together.
then you get into, oh, it's been a bad summer, Dale.
So do you think, let me
Then
ask
you
you
get
this.
into a bad thing of people saying, well, they don't mow, so why should
Yeah, I
I?
would be
And
really
then the whole
pissed if
town
I
looks
don't have,
terrible.
I
That's
don't,
true.
and we
why-
have mosquitoes galore.
I've been very strict on the grass all over town.
So let's come up with a number before we set our fees.
$100, that's what
Okay.
they're saying.
Is that
I
enough?
agree with that.
Is that enough? Maybe more, I don't know. But please put that in there.
The biggest thing is this also
put
goes
that
If they
in
have
to,
to take that piece of equipment
I know.
over to someone's house,
Yeah.
spend their time doing that, their hourly wage plus the way, the rental of, okay, what do we charge for,
I think, and then it should be almost how big, because what happens if you have my yard, then you have Dale's yard?
Well, it's a minimum.
minimum of a,
Oh,
So it's
'cause
like,
you know what
the
I'm
way it
saying?
says is like $100 per hour with $100 minimum. So if they go and mow your
if it
house and
takes
it
2
takes
hours,
20
that's
minutes,
$200.
Or an hour 20.
if it
Right.
takes 20 minutes, it's still $100. Minimum 100. This also goes to the county for
So
like
that's-
Ricky's house.
Oh,
I
30
have
some
been
bucks
keeping
an
a
hour.
tally
Okay.
of when they mow it. And then in December, I will submit it to the county and that goes on.
the taxes.
Their
Yes.
taxes.
So when it,
So they
when it
use
gets sold,
our
we'll
rate,
get paid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want it to be a deterrent.
That's why it's 100 enough.
That's what I'm thinking now.
Well, we got time,
Because their hourly wage,
so we got
I
time.
mean, the salaries and fees, that doesn't need to be decided until December.
Right,
But I'm just
right.
pitching
Yep,
to you,
but it's good,
this was one
it's good to
concern.
know.
I'd like to write down 15,000.
yep,
So 280 instead of 275?
yeah.
Let's, because here's the thing, I mean, it's the way it is, when you set your budget at September, you run October, November, December, you know. you
And we
don't-
can always decrease
There you
it.
go.
We just can't increase it.
Something may come up between them 3
After
months.
September 15th, you can't say, oh,
Correct.
let's go back up another 5.
Yeah, we
Right.
can't.
Right.
Yeah.
You can go down, but you can't go up.
So let's,
Okay, we
is that
have
okay with,
until,
we plug that in, and then,
Yep.
obviously, we gotta approve it all at our next meeting.
so everybody look at it and,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, look at it. I'm convincing myself. I mean,
Well,
it's not that I don't look at it, but I mean, seriously, truly,
The thing that, I'll tell you from the older budgets to these, this is absolute crazy. And when you think about the way they used to be, and it was way easier to go through a city budget. In the old, when I first started, it was, 4 or 5 pages, now it's come to this, because it's all, and for whatever reason, whatever, it's
you
ridiculous.
have to have all the buckets, you have to have everything
But
in the,
it's- but it's
I'm dealing with American Crystal's end of fiscal year right now.
I know, but
But
it's
yeah, it is, it's crazy, because you have all these places you have to put stuff.
Gaps,
And
Peter,
it's-
what the heck, that's when it started.
Gatsby.
Mhm.
That's when the insanity started on the budgets for the city, and it hasn't let up. Anyway, like Jenny said, it's in the past, you can't fix it, so we deal with it, so. But it is, it's, you gotta break it down, you gotta go through the receipts, you gotta lay it out, and then you, that's only way you can get through it. You can't get through it like this in here. You gotta take them apart, and then you gotta lay them out, and you go through them.
Yep.
It's the only way to tackle this thing here,
Monster.
to make it make any sense.
It is a monster.
It
Yeah, it is.
And for one person, it's, yeah.
So, anyway, with that, any other, do you have anything else, Shelby, on the budget?
I don't think so.
How about any other questions about the budget from anybody? We're kind of limited on topics here, obviously, for special meeting.
So, for sure, by the September meeting, are you gonna decide on the rental rate increase too then, at that meeting?
Yeah, you'll leave them plugged in for now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think, yeah. What's everyone thinking?
1 or 150?
Yeah. Oh,
Or
that part of
120.
it.
That is what
no, the 5% for the
Oh, on
office
that, I'm
rental.
sorry.
Yeah, this, yeah.
Yeah, leave it at 5%
Yeah, I
now,
think
yeah.
so. The maximum we can legally do.
Cause I'll need to draft these before the end of the year to get them out to everybody to either say yay or nay or whatever.
What do you think? You do that, 5%?
Yeah, but can we increase it for maybe even 7.5 or something in our next budget? Or next
It's
year?
always been 3, if there ever was an increase. That's why I started with 5 also. I don't know if I mentioned that. The previous.
Yeah, we have to do it.
I mean, it hasn't been increased
That's
for
what
many
I'm
years,
saying,
but prior,
like on the
whenever it
next
was
one, they're signing the
increased,
next
it was
one,
3%.
like, go 7.5. It's, cause it's minuscule the amount that we're adding to them. And I get it why you're doing 5%, but I'm also like, it's not even probably covering the expenses of the building.
It's not, that's why we got into that big discussion with them, we are behind on that animal.
Right,
Yeah, that's
And-
why, like 5%,
because we were
I'm
even
fearful,
there.
I'm fearful that we're gonna be in trouble if anything goes wrong and that building is,
That's why we, yeah,
But I, yes,
we gotta start,
but we have to take some blame too.
right,
yeah.
so 5%.
I'm not saying it, but I'm also saying we need to correct the
Right.
problem
Yes.
going forward.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And I don't know that 5% is gonna be enough long-term to get us where we need
But
to
if we
do
do
before
5%
something.
now, we can always adjust.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
maybe 5%, but in the next one, we
Right.
say it could be up to 10% increase or whatever.
That's what should be in the new contract.
That's what I'm
Higher.
saying,
That's
is
what
when we're,
If we sign it-
that's where I'm getting at, do 5%, but I don't think we could stay at 5% and ensure that we are gonna be able to pay for the repairs of that
So we
building.
just have to change the wording in the contract,
Yes, so we could go up to 10% or whatever the,
up to 7.5.
right, or
up to-
7.5 or
One-year
whatever,
contract?
Mhm.
One-year contract?
yeah.
Well, let's change the
So
number.
like 5% this year, and
Yeah.
then we change, when we do that, when they sign the contract, we say we can go up. Because my fear is 5%, if we did it 5% every
Each
single
year,
year,
right.
it's not going to be enough to cover the needs of that
So
building.
if we do the new, what do you guys think with a new, on a new contract moving forward? Obviously, we know 5%'s plugged in this year. Everybody signs a new contract. What do you guys think would be a good number to plug in for a percentage? 7.5 or 10, or what do you think? I mean,
I mean,
it's
you can
not saying
say
you're
10.
gonna do it, it says
No.
at the maximum
Right.
amount.
Right, up to 10%.
What it says is, in subsequent years, beginning with the anniversary date of this agreement,